Folks, well, it's time now to have a look at the action on Saturday. First of all, Sheffield took on Nottingham, and then Cardiff took on Belfast. And here's Chris Ellis with the highlights.
The two biggest rivals in British ice hockey went head-to-head in the first semi-final. It was a great one, but Sheffield out the traps the quickest. Ben Simon first to that rebound. 1-0 Steelers very early doors. One soon became two. Nottingham just couldn't get hold of the puck. What a move there by Derek Campbell and GB international Robert Dowd with the second goal, and we've been playing just over 5 minutes. He beats two Nottingham players, and then the shot from Dowd, low past Kowalski, and Nottingham was shell-shocked. They needed a response, and they needed it quickly, and they get it there. Mark Levers first to a loose puck. It bobbles over Mustakovs, but it didn't matter. Nottingham were back in it. Crucial move of the stick by Harima just in front of the net, but it was 2-1 and Nottingham were looking lively. Look at this for a goal. A playoff player if ever there was one. A third goal of the playoffs for the former Manchester man, David Alexandra Beauregard. Neat pass from Harima. Beauregard gets it on the blue line and he finds a way past Mustakovs, and it is 2-2. Now, big point in the game. Lepine pulls back Ben Simon. He's all over him, and referee Michael Hicks had no alternative but to give a penalty shot, but Kowalski denies him, closes the door. Still 2-2 game. Lovely movement there from Tkachuk and Beauregard for Harima. Harima's one-time shot, but look how hard that Tkachuk works on those boards, plays it out in front, and that one-time shot from Harima, I don't think Mustakovs knew where it was. 3-2 Nottingham, they led for the first time in the game. Nielsen went to the box for a penalty, and the levelling goal came. Saric's shot tipped in by Ben Simon for his second goal of the game. What a game he had then. 2 goals and a missed penalty shot. He's led his team so well this season and scored big goals just when they needed it. But this was going to be a crucial moment in the game. A 2-on-1 break. Ashley Tate beats his man, but what great work from Stevie Lee. That was a fantastic play to break up what could have been a goal in the dying stages. Into overtime. 4-on-4 for 10 minutes. How long was it going to last? Mustakovs can't get the puck, and Nottingham-born Robert Lakovic gets the game-winning goal. And absolute big celebrations from the Panthers. Lakovic, born in Nottingham, and he scores the game-winning goal in the semi-final against the Steelers. Nottingham obviously ecstatic, and the Steelers players' season ends and they go to Mustakovs. Nottingham 4, Steelers 3. The Nottingham-Sheffield semi-final got the weekend off to a cracker. Could the second one be just as good? Well, a mistake early on set the tone for Cardiff. Dan Welch gave the puck away right onto the stick of Tyler Michelle. Look at that. It's a gift. It's a present. Michelle beats Murphy 1-0 early doors. Then, crucially, Belfast had power play time, but Stevie Lyle was immense. Look at that save right on the doorstep from Josh Pruden. He was huge for the Cardiff Devils. More power play time. This is 5-on-3. They had a minute of 5-on-3, but time after time, Lyle closed the door. Both coaches said Lyle had a great game. He was given man of the match. Second goal into the offensive zone, Finity. Then Max Beerbrett, neat move just to pull the defenseman. It was 2-0. It was certainly very much going Cardiff's way. That, in fact, was short-handed. They just got back to 5-on-4. That just showed that the possession that Cardiff were having. Finity gets another goal. Great move from him. Comes inside. Finity, of course, has won the playoffs with the Sheffield Steelers. He knows how to win. He's a big game player. That was 3-0, and surely it was game over. Well, Belfast thought they'd got a fight. Mike Jacobson making the goal back for 3-1. And look at this, though. More chances for Belfast bearing down. But once again, Lyle closes the door time after time after time. Man of the match, and he certainly fully deserved it. Could Belfast get back into the game with the clock ticking down? No, they were tired. They gave the puck away. And here they come again, the Devils. Stuart McRae with the finish. He makes it 4-1. The assist going to Tyler Michelle, who had 1+2 in the final. So it's Cardiff against Nottingham. Cardiff 4, Belfast 1.
All right, folks, is it not enough pressure on you being a head coach in this league? Both of these coaches are player coaches. And earlier on, Dave Sibbs caught up with them for breakfast.
So Corey, playoff Sunday, the emotion of Saturday out of the way. Your thoughts this morning?
Well, I'm thankful to get up out of my bed this morning. It was a physical hockey game last night. Sheffield played really hard. I thought both teams went after it. The atmosphere was amazing, and luckily we came out on top.
It was like a double emotion, wasn't it? The emotion of the playoffs, but also the emotional of Nottingham and Sheffield.
There was everything. That game combined with everything. By the end of the middle of the third period, I was starting to cramp and we were tired. I think the fans sucked all the oxygen out of the building. It was hot. And just the intensity both teams played at. There was contact everywhere. A lot of puck battles, all one-on-ones. Everyone's fighting for an inch. And Sheffield was a great team, and luckily we found a way.
Playing the second semi-final, G, did you get a chance to look at Nottingham in that first one against Sheffield?
No, not at all. Our bench coach, Neil Francis, was down, but that's what we heard about that game. It was quite physical, so we didn't get a good look at that.
Okay, talk us through your game against Belfast. You got off to the best possible start, didn't you? And that really set the tone for what was to follow.
I think it is in all these games. You need to score goals and you have to be aggressive, and we caught a fortunate break early, and we didn't look back, but it was a good hockey game. There was about a 4 or 5 minute spell in the second period where Stevie Lau really held us in, and that was the turning point for us. And we played a solid third period and got the win.
Let's turn our attentions to today. You and I sat here last year. What makes you think it's going to be different for the Cardiff Devils? Because you're perennial playoff final makers, but you're yet to go home with the prize. What makes you think it could be different today?
I think just the skill level. I think we've upped our skill from last year, and it's just the ability to put the puck in the net. Stevie's playing, as well or better than he did last year, and obviously the addition of Craig Weller on their defense has really, really solidified things for us in the back end. So I think we are one step ahead of where we were last year.
And what makes you think, Corey, that you're the guy that's going to go home with the championship? What will Nottingham do well today against Cardiff that makes you think that your captain will lift that trophy?
Well, I just think we've turned our season around. We've got a lot of momentum right now. Our goaltender's playing fantastic hockey. He's really changed our season, and we continue to score goals, and we're defending a lot better. So I think it's just the whole overall team aspect that we've built through this last month and a half.
In both of your answers, you both mentioned goaltending. Do you see that as the crucial battle today? Kowalski, Lyle, as a key?
It always is. It always is. It's that and refereeing decisions. Yeah. He'll probably attest to that. Each game, unfortunately, sometimes gets decided by some key calls. We're thankful to have Murray. At least I am thankful to have him. I think he's pretty consistent. So hopefully, we'll let the teams go out there and battle and decide it.
Well, the key battles are up front as well, and you've got some great goal scorers. Pele hasn't yet scored in this playoff finals. You'll be hoping he does that. But you can go Pele and Matska. You can go, Harima, who scored a great goal last night. There's a big battle up front as well.
It is, and Corey mentions defending and goaltending. That's the key thing to these games, because we do have so much firepower up front between the teams. But it is going to take not only the goaltending, maybe a call from the referee, but it's going to take a little bit of something special from a player, an individual effort that gets that puck into the back of the net.
Both player coaches, the emotion of a big night. How do you allow Strax to take over come game time? Do you allow Neil Francis to take over? Do you have to kind of concentrate more on the playing come this afternoon?
I just try and keep it as consistent as it's been all season long. I set the structure, I set the tone.
And he carries out the instructions.
It's my team, and Strax is supplementary. He works hard. He does what the team needs, and he does a great job of that.
And is that same for you?
Yeah, pretty similar. It's just all about our team is just keeping the guys loose, and we're playing our best hockey when we're having a lot of fun. And it's at this time of the year, it's there's not that much coaching involved. It's just getting the guys out there and keeping them focused. Okay, 2 great semi-finals, a great final. Thanks for joining us for breakfast. Looks like I win again.
He did have 2 servings as well, and now